favorite time of year, archery season.
It is. All the prep work, everything else is done, and it's now time to actually climb in that tree stand or climb into those box blinds and see if we can get it done.
And first up, we have Sierra is
Yes.
out there, and Derrick.
Yes. Sierra is, she's out there on her own. She's trying to do what she can. She's newer to the bow hunting aspect of things. And the rest of the team is out filming, doing their stuff. And, so Tyler, her husband's at work. So she's out and she says, I got to put in the time because I want my first buck.
All right, let's see if the girl gets it done.
Hey guys, Sierra here with Own the Season. I'm out at the White property this evening. It is October 10th. It's about 70 degrees out, so it's still a little warm. I took my time getting in here. I walked super slow to get up in here, trying not to sweat, but also just for the sound level. I had to walk across some beans here, so definitely took my time over top of those because they can get really crunchy. It's a little warm, as I said, so just chilling in the blind. It's about 4:45, and most of the deer don't come out until maybe around 6:30, so really hopeful they do want to come sooner, just so I have some excitement to even watch, but also just because sitting here for 2 hours is going to be fun, but that's part of hunting. So looking to get a shot within 30 yards here. I got a lot of different things. I got a green plot over here. I got some beans behind me, a little bush up in front here. Definitely looking to get those deer in between me and 30 yards. That's kind of my comfort level. We've been pushing to get a little further out, but that's where I'm looking to stick at this point. So really hopeful tonight's going to be the night. I'm solo hunting by myself. I got some flies in here, so if you hear them, I apologize, but got some friend flies, so hoping that they want to get out of these windows soon because their buzzing is kind of crazy. So stay tuned. Hopefully we see some deer, but of course hopefully we get one within 30 yards, and looking for a mature doe or even just a buck at this point. I haven't shot anything with a bow, so just really hopeful for anything within range, but of course looking for a mature deer would be the icing on the cake. So stay tuned. Let's see what we find.
Own the Season TV is brought to you by Cyclops, Cold Steel, Stealth Cam, Hunter Specialties, New Archery Products, Hawk, Walkers, Tenzin, Scent Slammer, Wild Game Innovations.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's the first time I've ever shot, so we're gonna see what happened here. I didn't hear him go down. I still got a bunch of deer in the field. Oh, this will be my biggest deer ever, let alone bow buck first deer. Like, heck yeah, we're gonna call the husband here and see what's gonna happen. Well, guys, behind us here is the blind. I got out. I took a peek at the arrow really quick. Definitely saw good blood, red blood. So I grabbed the arrow. I left a marker here, and I went home, grabbed Tyler. We reviewed the footage. Footage looked good. It was a 16-yard shot. It felt really good when I released that arrow. So we're really hoping that he might just be right up here in the woods here. I did not hear him crash. But with this, we're really hopeful there's definite blood here, so we're kind of going to get started here and looking for him. We're getting into the thick stuff now and freaking out. It's good blood. It wasn't super thick in the field, and I was a little worried that there wasn't going to be much blood, but this is definitely making me feel better. Here's the eyes. Oh! Let's not look too far. Don't move. The worst part is I would have kept walking right back. Okay.
Hey, if you like what you see, be sure to check us out on social media.
Yeah, you know, like I'm doing right now, you know, Snapgram, Face Chat, Instabook, Twitter Box, you know, all those cool things on the interweb.
Those aren't things. Go to Art Helen Outdoors and own the season, and like, share, and follow us on all your favorite social media outlets for the latest content. Own the Season TV is brought to you by Crack Fuel, Arctic Shield, Avian X, Birchwood Casey, HME, Vortex Optics, Easton, Skullhooker, True Glow, and these fine sponsors.
Well, I honestly don't even know if I have words. I have never really even drawn back on a buck before, or a deer for that matter. And to be able to draw back on him 3 times, might even been 4 times, is a once in a lifetime, and a deer of this magnitude is just really, really nuts. You know, he came, I guess, to my right, wrapped all the way around me. I thought once he hit the pond, he was gone. I thought that was it. I ended up taking the camera off the tripod. I was trying to look at him, thinking, again, he was gone. Like, we were hitting the end of the night, so I thought my hunt was over. And the does wrapped around back behind me. How they didn't wind me, I'm shocked. Let alone him. He was sparring with a little one, which was just fun to watch, and all the different does around me and all that good stuff. And when he came back around, I knew I needed to get the window open. I needed to get the camera back on the tripod. But I needed to get the window open and get set up in hopes that I could draw back on him again. He took a couple more steps, and I knew with that pocket being opened, I felt comfortable sending an arrow in there. And of course, it felt good. On my drive home to pick up Tyler, I was questioning myself just in general. A buck of this magnitude for my first time is nuts. Again, thank you to the White family for allowing us to come out here and hunt, but giving me the opportunity at a buck this big. Definitely gonna cherish this moment for a long time.
And number 2, self-filmed.
Oh yeah, and self-filming, of course. Having a deer, you know, I've hunted alone with a gun, but they're farther out. When I opened up the window the first time and I had a buck 3 yards below me, I thought that was the first time I was gonna be done. They would have blown, they would have ran away. He wasn't gonna stick around, and again, the fact that he came back around
to make it. He made a full circle around me. We're on top of probably where he came walking out to me. So definitely worth this. We're going to try and drag him out of the woods here. You're going to drag him out of the woods here. We're going to get him down to the truck and take care of him and get some good pictures.
Kind of. It's still uphill for like 10 yards.
It is. But we're going to get him down there, get some pictures. We got to let Wesley know we did recover him. He's anxiously waiting. He's at work, I believe, in Milwaukee. So definitely worth it. So thanks for the meet, mister, and thanks for coming out with me. And again, thank you, Kayla.
Congratulations.
And Avery. I know Avery, you guys have kind of been hunting this one, and again, I take pride in taking this home with me, so I appreciate it.
Give her a kiss.
Now it's Derrick's turn.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really good time of year.
It is, and he is going out to chase his first ever Halloween buck. This tip of the week is brought to you by Burnt Pit Barbecue, Rubs and Seasonings, veteran owned. Get out and grill.
This week's tip is about self-filming. You know, filming is hard, even with a camera person.
It is.
You know, there's a lot that can go wrong. Self-filming's even harder.
It is, and you know it's essential to also have some of the right equipment when you're out there looking at that. You know, having a very zoom, you know, hooked into your camera, you know, having the right tripods, having the right camera arms in the tree with you, all the equipment in it. It's not only harder to do as filming, but it's how much more stuff you have to take with you to that tree stand
Okay, so
or
how
to
do you,
that blind.
okay, so how do you make that easier?
Backpacks.
All right.
Get yourself a good backpack that is going to carry the essential gear that you need with your grunt calls, your, can calls, all the different calls, your scent elimination sprays, things like that. But also make sure that it has an area for that camera. Also has an area that you can take a tripod or a camera arm and get that on there. And your clothes, because once you start packing all that extra gear, you want to take your backpack and make sure that your clothes will go to the outside of it. Wear as light of clothes as you possibly can to get to the stand so you're not sweated up and stuff. Then you can spray down and get in. So, as you said, it's very difficult. And once you get into that tree, then it's a whole nother ball game or into the blind. Because now it's, what windows do I have to film out of? If you're in a blind. If you're in a tree, you know, how much movement do I have to make? Where can I pull my bow?
Yeah, and you just might have to commit to a certain spot more than if you had somebody filming with you. Right. You know, because you have to, you're not going to be able to change it up. So you might have to kind of pick your spot. You might have to kind of commit to that. You got to make sure that you can see the viewfinder, and maybe keep the angle a little bit wider.
Right.
You know, to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, little cushion, to keep the animal in frame.
Yes. So I hope that this tip helps you own your season.
Halloween afternoon, and I will tell you one thing. I haven't been more stoked to hunt a Halloween afternoon until today. Last night we had a big storm front push through. Yesterday it was in the 70s during the day. At night, last night it was in the 50s. Today, a high of 55 to 58. And a low tonight of 29. With that cold front coming in, the rain that we had, I just have a good feeling about this afternoon. I think the deer are gonna be up on their feet, checking scrapes, freshening up scrapes. Can't beat it. It's the rut here in Wisconsin, and there's a lot of us out here trying to take advantage of this, so stay with us. Hopefully we can get some more deer to come through. I'm sure we will, but it's gonna be a good set. I just got a good feeling. I got over here on the other side of the ditch here, and it's painted pretty well red, so, and he just right up here, but it's spraying hard now, and you can tell it's heart blood, so. Well, everybody, here is my buck from this afternoon hunt. I was in the stand for only about an hour and a half before this guy came through, and he gave me an awesome shot at 8 yards. Made a good shot, made a heart shot on him. He didn't go far. And yeah, easy blood trailing when you can see him fall from the tree, that's for sure. It's Halloween. It's my first Halloween buck ever, and I'm very pleased with him. I got in the stand about 140, and right away, getting things situated in the stand, I had a small 8-point come in. But from the time I got in the stand to the time I shot this buck, this is the 4th buck I saw in an hour and a half. All the rain we had last night and the cold front conditions we have coming in like this, also it being around the rut, it's just a good combination for the bucks to be out and about, checking scrapes, and just out cruising. We're down and off the ridge, so on windy days we can get out of the wind. We got 3 bedding areas on all sides of us. So behind me there's a bedding, out in front of me there's a bedding, and to my right there's a bedding up on some ridge points. And it's just a killer location during the rut. I'm tagged out on this beautiful buck, and I couldn't be happier. My first Halloween buck, and it's just an amazing afternoon I had. Sat in the stand for an hour and a half, and I'm tagged out. It was a quick hunt, but I'm excited. I got some work to do now. I'm gonna get him out of here and get some pictures, and go back home and celebrate.